Hey everybody, Alonzo here with GulfCoastSmoke.com, and today we're unboxing our brand new Ooni Karu 12, and we're going to cook some pizzas on it with you guys for the very first time. So this year Santa thought that I was good enough to be on the nice list. Well, specifically Mrs. Claus thought that I was good enough to be on the nice list, and she brought me one of these brand new Oonis, and my wife and I have been wanting one for a long time, so we're extremely excited to try this out today. According to the box, you can cook pizzas in 60 seconds on these. We actually watched Nick DiGiovanni do a video where he put one in the back of his Tesla. Actually, I think it was in the front of his Tesla. And he was cooking pizzas for people. And we saw how fast and hot that thing got. And I think that that's really amazing. So we picked up the Karu 12, which does go off of wood or lump charcoal. And I felt like that was going to give us the best flavor. I obviously don't think it's going to be as good as a seasoned wood-fired grill at a restaurant, but I think it's going to be pretty delicious. I believe this also has the option to add for a propane tank on it, but we'll check and see that once we unbox this whole thing. And in the end, like I said, we already made some pizza dough. There's a recipe for that on our website. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we're going to make some pizzas on this and see how this thing works. Welcome to the Ooni community. Looks like there's an app as well. So I'll download this app here in just a second. So the first thing I noticed here is this looks like the stone that we're going to cook the pizza on top of. This looks pretty similar because we do have a pizza stone that we cook on our Weber kettle. Obviously this looks square and a little bit better quality if I'm being honest, but we'll see how this works in just a little bit. Now, looks like, let's take this. I think this is the part that goes in the back where you actually cover up where your coals go in a little bit. So here, try and get this thing out of here. Oh, it looks like it's pretty much already put together, which is nice. Let's see here, there's something that's falling in there. Outside the front door maybe. All right, and there's the chamber where it looks like we're gonna cook out of. And I believe these are the legs in here, so let's put that there. That's amazing. All right. Looks like maybe an ash pan. If I had to guess, that's probably an ash pan. Yeah, I think this might be where you put the coals in there. We'll see in just a little bit. We'll have to read instructions. I don't like to read instructions. That's going to be the worst part of this whole thing. If you were to talk to my wife, she literally puts everything together for me that has instructions because I refuse to read them. I'll actually try for the most part by myself. If the camera's shaking, she's literally laughing behind the camera. I'll try it for a second by myself without the instructions, but most of the time it doesn't work out. She's got to help me out. She's more patient than I am for sure. I think these probably be the legs. God dang, that was sketchy. That was... Hope I didn't break some. That's pretty solid. Oh, this is the stack. Ah, pretty cool. It looks like it slides in here pretty easy too. You just literally lock it in. Nice. All right, I like that. Then you can unlock it, lock it. That's simple enough. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say I think these are the legs and then they end up being the legs. Here's another empty box. And that's for the front. Where the hell are the legs? So we were looking for the legs for a few minutes, and I was actually thinking that they weren't in here, and I was a little bummed. I was like, really? That would happen to us, but check this out. The legs are actually foldable right here. So that's pretty cool. Boom. Looks really nice. And if I would have just opened the instructions, I would have seen that step 1 literally tells you to unfold the legs. Now we'll move on. We're gonna put our burner tray and our grate back here. Now we're gonna insert the pizza stone. It says to do it with the uni face up, so that's what we're gonna do. We already took care of step 4, so we're gonna skip that. We'll add the fuel hatch now. Step 6 is a little confusing because it says add the draft defender plate, but you can see that this is already here for us. So I don't think we need to do anything. The plate is literally there. So that's what we need to do. So we'll just leave that be. And now it says we need to add the door. And that's all there is to it. This uni was extremely simple to set up. It took us about 10 minutes from the time that we opened the box, read through the instructions, filmed everything until we got it completely set up. It's actually outside already on one of our stainless steel tables, and we'll be ready to light that up here in just a little bit. If it wasn't obvious from the intro, we did pay for this uni on our own, and all of these opinions are ours, and this is not a sponsored video. So if we like something about it, we're gonna let you guys know. And if we don't like something about it, we're also gonna let you know. So just keep that in mind moving forward as we did this unboxing, as we kind of review this moving forward. But now it's time to see how this thing cooks pizzas. I'm excited to see how 60-second pizzas are going to turn out, how they're gonna taste. They look delicious all over YouTube. Let's see if we can replicate that. And after cooking all of these pizzas, it's finally time to try them out. I know you guys saw a little bit of the footage of my nephews trying it. They both loved it. My brother-in-law and my sister loved it as well. So I would say that this was a huge success, and we're really loving this Ooni Karu 12 so far. Now, the first pizza that I cooked actually turned out terrible. Like, it was inedible. We couldn't even use it. But there was a few things that we did wrong. It's not on the device. We didn't put enough cornmeal on the paddle, and as stupid as it sounds, I didn't even put the door on the uni. So I just let it, the door was open, and the fire, it was pulling through, right? Kind of like an offset smoker, but then it was just open on this other end. So it wasn't getting too hot. And we were curious, what's going on? What's going on? I thought these pizzas were supposed to cook in 60 seconds. There's no way. And I literally didn't even put the door on it. As soon as we saw the door right there to the right, we were just like, wow, there's no way that I just forgot to put the door on. But it's a brand new device. It's not necessarily intimidating, but you're trying to learn it. So it's not always easy just to go out and do it perfectly the first time. But the second pizza turned out great. Not perfect by any means, but it turned out 100% better. It was edible, crunchy crust, was just really, really good. Every pizza after that just got better and better and better and better. And that's why I'm extremely happy with this purchase, and I really love this Ooni Karu 12. Now, the one thing I will say that we noticed was we had a fire that started inside of the chamber, and that's just literally the cornmeal and the flour started on fire because it was too close to where the charcoal was. So you don't want to get too much cornmeal in there. You want to get enough to get it off of the paddle, but you don't want to overload the chamber in there, and you don't want to get it too close to the charcoal because we had a fire. And it wasn't big. I literally got footage of the fire because I wanted to show it to you guys. But what we did was, after every single cook, after every single pizza, which took us about 2.5 minutes, we just cleaned it out real quick. And it literally took us 10 seconds to clean it out. It took no time at all. I wouldn't even call it an inconvenience at all. Just imagine the same exact thing when you're using your grill grate and you just scrape the grates off after every single cook. It's the same exact thing. So I don't call it an inconvenience. It made sense to us that we needed to clean it after every pizza, and moving forward, we're definitely going to do that every single time. And when the fire goes out, it's actually still on right now on the Ooni. I'm just going to clean the whole thing out completely just to make sure that I don't have any issues moving forward. And that's really what I like to do with all of my grills anyway. I like to keep them pretty clean, but that's just me. So we were never able to achieve a 60-second pizza like the box says, but we used lump charcoal, we used B&B, and I noticed on the Ooni website, they have their own fire starters, they have their own lump, and they have their own little pieces of dried wood. They're about 6 inches, and honestly, we're gonna buy those because we wanna see if maybe that helps us get a higher heat. So I followed the instructions to the T, and I also watched Ooni's YouTube video, so I know I was doing it right. But we basically got a 2.5 minute pizza, which I still can't complain about that. That's super duper fast. I mean, we made 7 pizzas tonight. Can't include the first one because it was inedible, but we made 7 pizzas tonight, and they all were around 2 to 2.5 minutes. And again, they were cooked perfectly. The crust was nice and crunchy, and it was just really amazing. So the pizza's been sitting here for a little bit, but I do want to take a bite for you just because that's what I do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for the crust. Hopefully you guys can hear some nice crunch there. Yeah, and it's still good. It's been sitting out for about 10 or 15 minutes, so it's not right out of the oven, but that crust is still crunchy. It's still delicious. Pizza's good. Crust is amazing. This recipe is on our website. My wife actually handmade this dough. It's very, very good. So I'll put a link in the description so you guys can try that out at your next pizza party. And that's one of the things, and one of the last things I'm gonna say about this thing. For a pizza party, this thing is perfect. I mean, my nephew got his own pizza, my other nephew got his own pizza, my kids got their own pizza, my wife got her own pizza, brother-in-law, sister, we made a dessert pizza. Everybody was able to get all the toppings they wanted. We were able to cook everything super duper quick. So I'm extremely impressed with this Ooni. Again, this is not sponsored. We paid for this Ooni out of our own pocket. And again, I'm extremely happy with the purchase so far. If we do another cook and we're not happy with it, we'll let you guys know. But if I had to recommend this grill, I definitely would. I think it's really cool. I think it's going to come in handy. We love pizza, obviously. My kids love pizza. They loved the pizza from it today. But anyway, as always, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.